For people in our age group, we have kids, grandkids, whatever, it's another chance to support Catholic education into another generation. It's beyond your family. And when you think about the future of the church, you need to say, who's coming behind us?
We were sitting around talking, and we said, we have some money in the bank, we're in good health, our kids are doing fine. Wonder why we are. Is it just lucky or not? We think it's our Catholic education that we had, the values that were instilled.
Art is in the eye of the beholder, right? God made us all different, right?
Yeah.
Shortly after, we said, well, we should do something in Catholic education. We know that families have a hard time coming up with tuition and other items for school. And Maureen said, well, how about talking to Father Jim, the parish priest? I said, that's good. So I called him up and we went out to lunch and he gave me some ideas.
We scheduled a time to come out here and meet with the principal, Sister Teresa. And we're driving down Edinger and we're having this conversation, and Dan says to me, well, you know, if we kind of like what we see, how much do you think we should donate? And I said, well, I don't know, what do you think? He says, well, I'm thinking maybe $50. I said, stop the car. I'm not going all this way for $50. You can add some zeros to it, which is exactly what happened.
We are at the age to have a required minimum distribution, an RMD. So what do you do with it? Well, you buy another coat, or you go out to have a good dinner, or you take a cruise or something. We believe in the Catholic education, so we were saying, well, let's direct that money, or at least a good portion of it. And we don't have to pay taxes on that. And that's important to us too. Maureen sometimes gives her in September, and I give mine throughout the year.
You know what your RMD is on January 1st. It's calculated for you. You know what you're going to have to take out by the end of the next calendar year. So you can begin to think through the year, what am I going to do with it? If you allocate that money to a qualified charitable organization, 501c3 like St. Anne's School as an example is, then you don't pay taxes on what you take out, which means you can give more. I've found it to be super easy. It reminds me to give. For this school in particular, the principal knows that she can count on a certain amount of money from us, so that when she's working with parents on tuition assistance, she can count on that money.
I don't want to give you the impression we're multi-billionaires. Have a modest living, we saved. You don't have to be a billionaire to have an RMD.